So today we're going to be talking about if Nostalrius can come back, and if they come back, what is it going to look like? And let me first by saying that I didn't think that Blizzard was going to announce Legacy servers at BlizzCon, but I am, and I'll start by saying in the video, I think there's about a 75% chance that Nostalrius will come back as either Nostalrius Returns or Nostalrius 2. I don't think it's a 100% chance, but as someone who likes to put pieces together, and really likes to, put two and two together and doesn't believe in coincidences, I think it's pretty clear cut and dry that it is a good chance that Nostalrius returns. Now, it's not a 100% chance, but I would say it's about a 75% chance, and I want to go in this video with you guys and explain my thought process on it. And there's a lot of misconceptions I've been reading, and I'm sure you guys have been reading as well, everywhere. And I just getting a little sick and tired of all the misconceptions I'm seeing on the forums and Reddit, and I thought it would be about time to make this video. And the simple answer is, will Nostalrius return? It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. And first of all, I want to talk to you guys. You're wondering what the fuck this picture is. And I want to talk about, first of all, the host. This is the thing people are really confused on right now. And I'm reading on Reddit, and they think that Nostalrius is impossible to rehost it. It's impossible because Blizzard knows all their personal information. It's impossible because they already got shut down. They don't want another C&D letter. Throw away all of that in the trash right now. None of that makes any sense, and I'm going to explain why. First of all, yes, Blizzard Entertainment sent a C&D letter. First of all, not to Nostalrius. Nostalrius did not get the C&D letter. The people who got the C&D letter from Blizzard was their hosting provider called OVH. OVH hosted Nostalrius. So let me explain this again. Now, you have Nostalrius, and you have the people in charge of Nostalrius. So I'm assuming that was Damon and Viper, the admins, right? Damon and Viper chose OVH to host their game, Nostalrius. Blizzard sent the letter to OVH, and in turn, I'm assuming, OVH gave the letter to Damon and Viper. At that point, they decided to call it quits. Now, what they could have done was they could have easily ignored this letter. They could have just been like, okay, whatever. Now, my theory is that either one, they're young and they were kind of freaked out and panicked, and that's honestly, I probably would have done the same thing. Two, the hosting provider wanted nothing to do with them. Three, I think those are the two major things. Three, they could have also moved, but it also could be a problem where there's so much players they didn't know what to do. They really didn't know what to do. There's like over 100,000 accounts. One of the biggest private servers out there, maybe the biggest. I don't know if it's bigger than Warmane, but it probably was. And they didn't know what to do because there were so many people and they were just easily switching hosts. Was it going to be a problem with all of these people? They don't know. But those are my three assumptions. Now, what they can easily do, and this is what people are confused about, is they can easily switch hosts like Kronos does, or go to use a different area, right? Now, for example, on the map I put Kronos. Now, Kronos is hosted somewhere over in eastern Russia, eastern part of the Earth, man. And what Nostalrius can do is do this similar and have another different host in that area. And now you guys are gonna be wondering, well, Blizzard already knows all their personal information. That could be true, but how are you gonna prove that Damon and Viper are the ones choosing the host? Now, this is where I put Barack Obama and George Bush. You can put any names you want, but for example, let's say I host Nostalrius in Russia, right? Let's say I decide Alex Sensual to host Nostalrius 2 and whatever the fuck it is, right? How are you gonna prove that it's not me, that it's Viper? It could be Viper the entire time posting as Alex Sensual. You have no idea. And the other thing too is you could either do that. There's two scenarios here with the hosting situation. You can either have Damon and Viper do this again under another alias, right? They can just do it again under a new alias with a new host. Or someone else can host it that they trust as a backup plan, and they can be behind the scenes doing all the work. It's kind of like Star Wars with Darth Vader and Darth Sidious, the Emperor. Damon and Viper could be the Emperor, but the people really that are like hosting the server and giving the Russian host Nostalrius information, all that, is Darth Vader, but Damon and Viper could be Darth Sidious, they could be the Emperor. So basically what I'm saying is, yes, they can rehost. It's nothing to do with the personal information. The personal information part is really not that big of a deal. Like I said, First of all, how are you going to prove that it's Damon the Viper behind the scenes? And two, you can easily have somebody else do it, and they can be working on the server the entire time. You don't know. And honestly, this is silly to keep talking about, honestly, because it's really that dumb. So I do want to continue on. And the next point I want to talk about is who exactly, are they going to choose to host this? And someone told me a theory the other day, and it kind of made sense, but it's just a small theory, and I'm going to move on from it quickly. And I want to ask you guys: do you think it's possible that Nostalrius is working together with Elysium? And the question, the reason why I'm bringing this up in the video is the fact that one of the main GMs from Nostalrius, Patu, is now working on Elysium. Now I said the wrong thing here. I didn't mean Elysium. Now it is Elysium, but it's mostly Valkyrie WoW. Valkyrie WoW uses their own hosting provider, and then not their own, but they use a hosting provider, right? And Valkyrie WoW has the Russian server and Elysium. Patu is now working on Elysium, that used to work on Nostalrius. So there's a connection there, and another connection is obviously, a lot of servers did a farewell post to Nostalrius. Valkyrie WoW was one of them. Dedicated a whole post to Nostalrius and everything. This was like during April. Another thing that they did was, now if you noticed, Elysium is following Nostalrius' path when it comes to game philosophy. They have no cash up, and they're pretty much doing everything Nostalrius did except itemization. They have no cash shop. You can't buy characters. You can't buy mounts. You can't buy anything. You can't do anything. It's pretty much just like Nostalrius in a way, except with the itemization problems. So that makes you wonder, if they share the same game design philosophy, are they going to, maybe work together? And if they don't work together, is it possible that Nostalrius uses maybe their host provider? We don't know, but it's definitely a possibility. Next thing I want to talk about is the statements. If Nostalrius isn't coming back, guys, why would they make those statements where they threaten, they say if Blizzard doesn't honor their core values, we will, and then they say every end is a new beginning. And now you may be wondering, well, Alex, it's probably the source code. Well, yes, it could be a possibility, and I understand that, the source code, they wanted to release it to begin with, but I think that was based on emotion, and I think the source code that they were originally going to release was based on anger, and I think they kind of made Blizzard nervous. I think they wanted to scare Blizzard in their own little way, and it kind of worked, because guess what? They end up having a meeting with Blizzard. The next thing I want to talk about is after BlizzCon. Now, there's some new developments too, guys, with the new post and Nostalrius. Nostalrius responded saying that they were going to update us after BlizzCon, and also, conveniently, Blizzard also said they will update us somewhat after BlizzCon. I think you guys should take this with a grain of salt. I think they're two completely different statements, and I want to talk about it. First of all, I think the Blizzard statement is absolute shit, and they're just straggling us along. Second of all, I think the Nostalrius statement, and I want you guys to really understand this, I think Nostalrius is showing some respect towards Blizzard, because let's face it, if they announce Nostalrius during BlizzCon, it will be all over the news. Do you really think Blizzard wants that during their main event? I think Nostalrius is just showing them the respect that Blizzard gave them to see them in the meeting. I think that's basically what it is, and I don't want people reading too much into that. I really do think that Nostalrius is just giving them the respect that Blizzard gave them. They don't want to have a circus during BlizzCon. Nostalrius doesn't want to give them all this negative publicity after meeting with them. They don't want to get on the wrong side again. I think that's as simple as that. Another thing people are asking, why did Nostalrius get shut down? Well, Nostalrius got shut down. We don't know. We can't answer that. I don't know. You don't know. Nobody knows. So it's really stupid to even wonder what's going on with that. But why did they not decide to move servers? Well, I think, again, like I said before, I think maybe they were scared. I think it's a possibility that they were scared and got nervous and panicked. It's possible their host provider decided to, you know what, this isn't worth it. We don't want you anymore. It's possible maybe that and don't forget, this was in France, not Russia, and also the French lawmakers were also involved. So it's definitely possible that France just the company just wanted nothing to do with it anymore. The third thing is, moving a host, and then moving to a brand new host with all these people. Was it a problem? I don't know. But we don't know. We don't know. Do I think that Nostalrius got bored, as people say, and decided they didn't want to do it anymore? No, of course not. If they got bored and decided to never do it anymore, why were they in the process of making a Burning Crusade server? They were in the process of making that clustering system to help the population. They were in the process of making AQ, and they met with Blizzard. Why would they do all of that if they were just bored? So guys, please don't feed me that bullshit. The next thing, what would the new Nostalrius look like? So if it came back, what would it look like? Well, there's definitely some problems, guys. So I'm gonna be honest with you guys, and they're gonna have to face these head on. The first thing, that the population is gonna be bigger than it ever was before. I think this will definitely kill. It will definitely kill Elysium. It will definitely probably kill Kronos. Kronos 1 for sure. I don't know if it'll kill Kronos 2, but I guarantee you Kronos will go back to its 800 to 1,000 pop. Nostalrius will probably get more than the 13 to 15,000 daily, may even exceed 20,000. And also you have to understand all the word of mouth from the Nostalrius name. There's just going to be so much people coming into the server that you guys just aren't going to, it's going to be unreal, especially if they start off fresh. And the other question too is, are they going to start off fresh, or are they going to start with the old characters? Now, me personally, I wish it would be nice, because all of you fuckers gave me gold and I have like 20,000 gold in my Warlock. But I'll be honest, I want it to start fresh. I want it to start fresh because I think it would just be best for the server. There's so many new people coming in. Now, this is coming from someone with 260s and almost a third one. My Warlock saw all of the raids, cleared MC, BWL, Oni. If I have to part ways, I have to part ways. I don't mind. I'll level another Warlock. I really don't mind. Like I said, and like the main post in the forums, it's not about the, it's about the journey. It's about the journey, and that's what we have to do. We have to do, and I'll do it again, and it's no problem. Also, you have to understand that they're probably going to want new servers. I said this during Nostalrius' reign that they needed new servers. They're definitely going to need new servers now. What I expect to see maybe is 2 PvP servers, 1 PvE. But if they want to launch with just 1 PvP server, they're in for a rude awakening. Next thing, what about the Chinese? The Chinese was a problem before. You guys don't think it's going to be a problem now? There's going to be so many Chinese farmers on this server that it's going to be a huge problem. The Chinese are probably already preparing for it. If you were a business and you were selling gold, don't tell me that you aren't going to roll in Nostalrius, because there's going to be thousands of people, and there's going to be hundreds of people probably trying to buy gold. The other thing, DDoS. Highly expect DDoS attacks, mainly because other servers are going to be dying from this, and other servers such as Kronos make a living off of vanilla WoW, such as selling all these character services on their cash shops. So yes, expect DDoS attacks on Nostalrius for sure. The next thing, lag. There was lag in the PvP server. Are we going to see lag again? That's a question for you guys. I don't know, but I'm pretty sure that there will be lag. But at the end of the day, guys, do I think Nostalrius will return? It's not a given, but I think it's about a 75% chance that they will. I think there's a lot of misconceptions out there, and I'm sure there will be even more in the comments. And I'm tired of I'm going to be honest with you guys, really tired of answering these, because, not the comments, but the people who claim that Nostalrius has no chance of coming back. It's just really bullshit, and that's why I made this video for you guys. I really don't think that it's impossible for them to come back. There's definitely ways for them to come back. And so let me know in the comments, guys. Are you excited to see if Nostalrius comes back? How do you think it's going to look? All that. But thanks for watching, as always, guys. I'll see you guys next time.